broadcasting my portion of this evening's program by radio instead of television. I seem to have lost some weight, and I don't wish to mar my image. I cannot reveal exactly how much weight. I can only say that had I lost 10 more pounds, I would have had to file a missing persons report. For the uninitiated, I should explain that radio is simply television with the tube burned out. In radio, sound is a rather important ingredient. When it does not exist, it is manufactured. For example, this cellophane simulates the sound of a crackling fire. This sound effect is so authentic, one can almost smell the smoke. This evening's play tells of two nurses who spend one terrifying night in a large house in the country.
Nurse.
No.
Nurse. You're such a pretty nurse.
Yet another young nurse has been found in Bryant Park, the apparent victim of strangulation. Homicide Detective Lieutenant Elton Rogers of the Hollenbeck Division said the body was found by water and power workers just minutes ago across from the hospital. Although the body of the woman has been identified by co-workers, release of her name is being withheld pending the notification of relatives. Police already speculate the young woman is another victim of the Bryant Park strangler, the fourth such victim in less than a month. All four of the dead women were nurses in their mid to late 20s, all murdered by strangulation. And now for an update on tonight's storm. It looks as though we're really in for it. The storm that's already ravaging most of the city is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Hail is falling in Chatsworth. Winds at our downtown studio.
How's the patient? Sleeping.
Bryant Park's just a few blocks from here.
Oh, don't start that stuff, Maria.
I can't help it. I'm scared.
I'm sure you're not the only one, Mrs. Cipriano.
Everybody's fine as long as everything's locked up and no one goes outside.
That's right.
I'm going to take my turn upstairs now. Stella, would you make sure everything's locked up?
Sure. Oh,
I always keep everything locked here. I trust nobody. Wish my cab would come. Called half an hour ago.
Don't hold your breath.
What do you mean, don't hold my breath? You're saying he's not gonna come? Miss Stella,
Yes?
come with me. You didn't check down there, did you?
Where?
The basement.
Didn't you?
No. Here, you take this flashlight. I never go down there. Never.
Stella?
Yes, Miss Ames?
Stella, could you come up here, please?
Yes?
Stella, when was the last time you checked the oxygen tank?
The oxygen?
Is there another tank in the house?
No, why?
Well, the pressure gauge isn't even registering. There's not enough to last the night.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. You mustn't forget to check these things, Stella.
I thought I checked it.
Mr. Isles, you have to drive to the clinic right away.
What?
I'm sorry, Sam. They just aren't making deliveries in the storm.
But what person in his right mind would?
Mr. Baker's got to have more oxygen.
Oh. I better go before it gets any worse.
Thank you, Sam. Do you know where it is?
Just one tank?
Yes.
Take me with you, Sam.
What?
Drop me at home.
You live clear over on the east side. I'm going west.
Fine. Drop me off on the way back.
Mrs. Cipriano, I don't know how long the oxygen will last, but the needs of our patient have to come first.
But I have to go home.
You can stay here tonight.
Not on your life.
Maria, let me go get the oxygen. If your cab hasn't come by then, I'll give you a ride.
But I don't want to stay here all by myself.
You're not alone. 3 strong, healthy women ought to be able to give a good account of themselves if someone should come scratching at their door.
Nobody's going to come scratching at our door.
Of course not.
Drive carefully, Sam.
Don't worry. You just lock up good behind me and don't let anybody in. I'll be back before you know it.
I'm not holding my breath.
All right, then, don't hold it. Why change now?
Well,
How far is the supply company?
about 20 minutes, I think. Maybe more tonight.
You checked everything down here?
Yes.
Every door, every window? You're hesitating. Have you forgotten something?
No.